Michelle here, personal trainer and lifestyle coach. Today I am here to show you what types of measurements we are going to be taking on a monthly basis. So for the most part, we will be taking the same measurements for each person. We will do pictures and a handful of different measurements. So I'm going to show you each of those. So first of all, what we're going to do is take progress pictures. When we take our progress pictures, we're going to do 3 different poses. Pose number 1 is going to be from the front. We're going to go feet about shoulder width apart. You're going to be flexing, and then you're just going to hold. Second, we're going to go from the side. Feet can stay about shoulder width apart. You want to make sure that you are perfectly perpendicular to the camera, and then arms can go down by your side. Lastly, we're going to face backwards. Again, feet shoulder width apart, and the same flex as the first picture. We're going to go ahead and go into our measurements next. So all you're going to need is you're going to want your weight on a scale, and then you'll just need a tape measure. Now, some of my clients have been super creative and they'll use a extension cord or a belt or something, and then they're going to actually go ahead and just use a regular tape measure. So that is also an option. So what we're going to do is we're going to go top to bottom, and you're going to take one measurement for each of these. If you feel like it's inaccurate, you're more than welcome to take more than one and then just kind of average them out. So the first one that we're going to do is going to be for your neck. So we're going to take the end, wrap it around your neck, and we're going for the most narrow part of your neck. So not the top, not the bottom, but right where it kind of goes in toward the middle. Now my suggestion is obviously you can't see your number, so you're going to go ahead and pinch it right where the edge meets the end of the tape measure, and then go ahead and measure it from there. Next, after we do your neck, we're going to move on to your chest. So for your chest, just to make it super universal, what we're going to do is go right underneath the armpits. So it's going to be a little bit above your chest, and we're going underneath the armpits and wrapping around. If you can, try and do one or both arms relaxed while you hold the tape so that we know that it's in the most relaxed position. After your chest, we're going to move on to your dominant side bicep. So what we're going to do is we're going to go about halfway, right where the peak of your bicep would be, and then we're going to extend your arm out. Now this one's a little bit harder, so typically what I'll have people do is loop it around the back side, and then try and wrap that around till you get your number. After your bicep, we're going to go ahead and move on to 2 abdominal measurements. So these 2 are going to be a little bit distinctive. The first one is going to be at the narrowest part of your waist. So if you measure right below your rib cage, but right above your hips, there should be a place where you taper just a little bit, and that's where we're going to measure next. So wrapping again around, trying to find the most narrow part of your waist, and then taking that measurement and writing it down. Next, we're going to move on to your navel. So we're going to go ahead and actually go on your belly button itself and just wrap around from there. So on the belly button, wrapping around. After your navel, we're going to go ahead and move on to your hips. So this should be the fullest part of your hips. So if you were to look from the side, it's where your butt sticks out the most. And then typically it's going to run right about your inseam on the front. So go ahead and wrap around. You can always have somebody help you with this one to make sure you're in the right spot. But we're going to go right around the widest part of your hips and then wrap around to the front. All right, and then our last 2 measurements are going to be your thigh and your calf. So again, we're going to go dominant side for this one. For your thigh, we are going for the fullest part of your thigh. So for this one, sometimes it's a little bit tricky to distinguish, but it's typically going to be maybe an inch or 2 below your inseam. And again, we're going for the fullest part. Typically, I'll have people stand when they do this because as you pull your leg up, your measurement will change. So we're wrapping around, typically right around the bottom of your shorts. And then last but not least is going to be your dominant side calf. So for your dominant side calf, this one you can kind of prop a foot up. And then we're going for the fullest part of your calf. So this is typically about 1/3 of the way down or 2/3 of the way up, wrapping that tape around. All right, so now I am going to show you how to put in your measurements on TrueCoach. So once you're logged into your TrueCoach, you can go ahead and click on your profile icon button in the top right-hand corner. You can do this either web-based or you can do it on your app as well. This profile page will take you to both your metrics and your progress pictures. So what we're going to do is go through your metrics. So there are a couple of things that probably aren't going to change very often: height, age, etc. But then there are things that are going to change more often, or we want to at least keep track of, like your weight. So what you're going to do is click onto each applicable one. We're going to add a new result. Go ahead and change the date if applicable. Say that you measured yourself yesterday instead, and then you're going to press save. What this is going to do is keep track of our different points, and it's going to go ahead and graph it as well for most of these. Then we're going to press back and work our way down the list. Now, when it comes to lean weight and body fat percentage, those are both calculated. You can go ahead and use this US Navy calculator. This is the one that I have been using for you guys. It is not the most accurate, but it's at least going to give us a good basis and allow us to track patterns. So what you'll do is place your information in here: female, male, weight, height, waist measurement, hip measurement, and neck measurement, since those are the 3 points that we are measuring with the tape. That's going to give you your body fat percentage and your lean mass. Those are the two numbers that we're going to write down here: lean mass and body fat percentage. And this is where you're going to put your tape measurements. Again, we walked through each of these measurements in the video, so you'll just write your measurements in here. All right, so once you have all of your measurements in here, what we're going to do is go ahead and upload your progress pictures next. So we're going to click on Add Progress Pictures, and then it's going to have a date at the top, so you can change that if applicable. Then what we're going to do is upload the 3 different images: front image, side image, and back image. So what I'm going to do is actually snap this in place, since I've already got my folder open here, and we're just going to drag and drop. You can also choose a local file if that is easier for you. So we're going to go ahead and drag that front one in, click Add. Then we're going to go to Side, do the same thing, drag this one in. Once it uploads, you can click Add. And then we're going to upload our back one. And then go ahead and click Add. So once you've got all 3 images in there, you can press Save, and that will go ahead and save those 3 pictures. And then all of your progress pictures are going to be here below. And then you'll just be able to view them depending on which ones you want to look at. Please let me know if you have any additional questions or if you need help doing this. But again, this will help save us a lot of time during our session, so that way we can get in a little bit more work during that session as well and really take our time delving down and talking about goals. Thanks so much.